There's one thing 99% of men don't do yet. Women absolutely love it. I know that might sound extreme, but let me ask you this. How often have you seen a guy who seems to have everything, looks, money, confidence, yet he still struggles to create real lasting connections with women? Here's the truth. It's not about looks. It's not about wealth. And it's not even about confidence. What most men overlook are subtle yet powerful gestures that trigger something deep inside a woman, making you not only attractive, but unforgettable. And today, I'm revealing 7 hidden secrets, things women crave, but rarely admit. These aren't your typical dating tips. These are psychological triggers backed by both modern science and ancient Stoic wisdom that will completely shift the way women perceive you without you ever needing to chase or prove yourself. Imagine being able to tap into subconscious desires that most women don't even realize they have. Imagine standing out from 99% of men, not by trying harder, but by understanding better. Because if you don't know these secrets, you're playing at a disadvantage. You might be missing out on building the kind of attraction that lingers long after you've left the room. So stick around, because the final secret is the most powerful of them all. Once you understand it, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. Before we dive in, if you're serious about mastering these life-changing insights, take a second to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. Let's get into it. Secret number 1, the power of touch before intimacy. Picture this, you're on a date. The vibe is good, the conversation's flowing, she's laughing, smiling. It all seems to be going well. But something feels off. You drop her off, send a follow-up text, and then nothing. Silence. What went wrong? Most men make one critical mistake. They rely too much on words. They think a smooth conversation is enough to spark attraction. But for women, connection isn't just verbal, it's emotional and physical. And one of the most overlooked ways to build that emotional bridge touch. Not in a pushy or uncomfortable way, not in a way that crosses boundaries, but in a subtle, intentional, and meaningful way. One simple gesture that creates emotional depth, something women secretly crave, a gentle massage before intimacy. Sounds basic, right? But here's why it's powerful. For women, true intimacy isn't just about the physical act. It's about feeling safe, seen, and emotionally connected. And that starts with how you touch her. Not just when it tells her, I'm not here to take, I'm here to connect. That's rare, and women notice it. Emotional connection, the overlooked power of intentional touch. Emotional connection is just as important, if not more important, than physical attraction. A well-placed non-sexual touch can communicate far more than words ever could. It quietly says, I see you. I care about you. I want you to feel safe and comfortable with me. And here's the thing, it's not about being some kind of massage therapist or trying to impress her with technique. It's about being present. It's about creating a moment where she feels relaxed, understood, and genuinely desired, not just physically, but emotionally. The secret. It's not just about the act of touching her. It's about the intention behind it. If you're just going through the motions, checking a box, it won't work. But if you're truly present, fully engaged, and actually paying attention to how she responds, she will feel it. As Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Don't overthink it. Don't make it weird. Just be in the moment and let your actions speak for themselves. Here's the harsh truth. Most men never take the time to understand this, and that's exactly why they stay stuck in the 99% struggling with emotional intimacy. But the men who do get this, they build deep, lasting connections that women never forget. In a world of instant gratification and surface level attention, this kind of thoughtful presence is rare. But once you master it, you become part of the 1%, the men who understand what women truly desire on a deeper, more meaningful level. Secret number 2, the art of flirting with confidence and respect. Now, let's move on to the next secret. Flirting, but not the kind you're used to. Most men get flirting wrong. They either try too hard, coming off as pushy or desperate, or they hold back too much, afraid to make a move or say the wrong thing. Here's the truth. Women love flirting when it's done right. That means with confidence, subtlety, and above all, respect. A man who knows how to flirt effortlessly stands out. He creates an energy that feels exciting, but never pressured. Flirting isn't about over-the-top compliments or cheesy pickup lines. It's about being playful, light, genuinely engaging. Think of it like a dance. You lead, she follows. But neither of you should feel forced into the rhythm. One of the best ways to flirt, teasing in a light-hearted, non-offensive way. For example, if she says she's obsessed with a certain food, you might say, "That's the best you've got. Clearly, you've never had my cooking." It's a subtle challenge, playful fun. It keeps the conversation alive and creates a spark of friendly competition. But here's the key. Good flirting doesn't seek validation. The moment you try too hard to impress her, you lose your edge. Women are naturally drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin, men who can joke around, tease, and have fun without needing approval. This is where Stoic philosophy comes in. Again, a high-value man doesn't flirt to win a woman over. He flirts because he's present, grounded, and simply enjoying the moment, flirting from presence, not performance. A high-value man flirts because he enjoys the interaction itself, not because he's trying to get a reaction. He stays emotionally grounded, never desperate for her response. Beyond words, it's your eye contact, body language, and subtle cues that speak volumes. A confident smirk, a slow, intentional nod, a well-timed pause. These things often say more than any pickup line ever could because real attraction, it's not built on words alone. It's built through presence, energy, and self-assured confidence. So ask yourself, are you flirting to impress her? Or are you flirting because you're truly enjoying the moment? When you master this mindset, you'll start to see attraction shift naturally in your favor. Secret number 3, why touching her hair at the right moment creates connection. Now for secret number 3, something most men completely overlook. The subtle art of touching her hair when done at the right moment, this small, seemingly insignificant gesture can spark a powerful emotional connection. But if done wrong, it can feel awkward, forced, even intrusive. So, what's the difference? It all comes down to why this works. The scalp is one of the most sensitive areas of the body filled with nerve endings that trigger deep emotional and sensory responses. A gentle touch on her hair when timed correctly can send a clear message. I see you. I'm present with you. I'm tuned into your energy. It's not about the act of touching. It's about the message behind it. But here's where most guys mess this up. They rush it. They do it mechanically, or worse. They do it when there's no emotional connection in place. Touching her hair isn't something you do casually or absent-mindedly. It's about creating a moment of closeness. Picture this. You're sitting next to her, mid-con conversation. She laughs, looks down. A strand of hair falls across her face. You reach up gently, confidently, and brush it aside. That single act done with presence and intention can say more than words ever could. But remember, timing is everything. This isn't a move you try on a first encounter. It only works when there's already comfort, warmth, and chemistry in the air. If she leans in, if her eyes linger just a little longer, if she smiles in a way that invites closeness, That's when you'll know the moment is right. And if the moment isn't there, don't force it. This is where Stoic philosophy comes into play. Emotional intelligence and restraint. Stoicism teaches us to observe without rushing in, to remain in control of ourselves rather than being controlled by impulse or desire. You don't touch her hair just because you want to. You do it when it feels right, when it deepens the connection, not when it satisfies a craving. So, next time you're with a woman and the vibe is real, don't underestimate the power of a simple touch. Done with intention, it can say everything. Secret number 4, the subtle power of a hand on her back. This one might seem small, almost insignificant at first, but it speaks volumes. A confident, intentional hand on her lower back as you guide her through a crowd or walk together in public is one of the most subtle yet powerful gestures a man can make. Why? Because it communicates leadership confidence and a sense of protection, all without saying a word. And yet, 99% of men either overlook this entirely or hesitate unsure if it's okay to do. But here's what most don't realize. Women don't need grand performative displays of masculinity to feel secure. What they respond to most are the subtle instinctual signals, the quiet ways you show that you're grounded, present, and capable of leading. When you place your hand on her back, not forcefully, but calmly and with quiet confidence, you're signaling something deeper. I'm aware I'm in control. I've got you. It's not about dominance. It's not about control. It's about presence. But here's where many men go wrong. They hesitate, overthink it, or do it in a way that feels stiff and unnatural. If you want next part of this video, then comment below.